Hi everyone, welcome back to Plum Mashable. So today's video is going to be using the beautiful May Mystery Lime Kit from Lime Mortar. So if you want to see how this one's all come together, then just keep watching. So I'm going to continue the galaxy kind of space theme we've been going with this month, and I'm going to use my Mystery Lime Mail Kit from Lime Mortar. I have done a full sort of walkthrough unboxing kind of thing of this, so I will link that down below. I'm also chucking in some washi tape from Kmart and from Spotlight. This one's just a blue stripey, and this one kind of looks like craft paper to me, so I'm going to use those two as well. I'm going to start off with my flipper, and what I want to use is this gorgeous postcard, but I'm having, as I always do, regret moments where I'm like, I don't think I want to cut, poke, hurt or do anything for this, so I'm gonna stick this on the back, not actually glue it but stick it down. Probably I'm gonna use the paper clip to hold it together, but I'm gonna lightly stick them so they do stick together. But before I do that, I want to put a little tab on it so that I can put it into my planner without actually punching anything. So to do that, I'm gonna grab another piece of this note paper. Actually, I'm going to use the bit I already have. And I'm going to cut the edges off. So I'm just grabbing my paper trimmer for that. So cutting down the edges. I'm trying as close as I possibly can to get these right on the line. Oh, that's pretty close. Because I want to use that and I need them to stay the right way up. So that'll make sense in a sec. Sorry, emails. Very unprofessional. Okay. So we've got those. Still got some fluffies, but that's okay. Actually, no, it's not. I'm going to fix the fluffies. So we're going to stick these down just on a piece of plain white cardboard. This is just an offcut that I've got, so it's not, I'm not using like a whole piece, but if you haven't got a whole piece, just any bit of scrap cardboard, any colour will do. Because it's not like it's going to show up anyway. So I'm just making sure I remember what side I want this to sit on. I want it to sit on this side, so need to make sure that the side is on the right side. That'll make sense in a second. So I'm just sticking that down along the edge, kind of like washi tape. Go. Doesn't matter if you don't get it right at the top because you can always trim that off later. And then I'm going to stick the other side down so that it sits on the back of that first side. If you wanted to be really particular with it, if you know you've sort of done it halfway along, that's going to be a little bit more difficult. You might have to cut that out first. But because I know I'm pretty much at the top, except for just a tinsy bit, I can probably get away with it. This notepad is the exact same size as the postcard, so for that reason you want to make sure it's as close to perfect as you can possibly have it. Okay. And so that will then butt up against that, and then this bit becomes our little tab. So you can do it the whole bit of cardboard. I'm not going to because I don't need to, because we're going to, like I said, tack that notepad bit down on the side. If you were going to use this and actually write on the postcard, then you'd obviously make it so you just stick it down with some washi tape instead. Because I'm doing it this way, it's a little bit easier to do. So when I cut this, I'm just leaving enough to be able to sort of stick that on, and then when we put the note paper on, that'll cover that up. I'm also just cutting off that little bit at the top. Might mean that this is just a tinsy little bit too small, but not enough to worry about. Actually, I'm just going to do it with scissors just because I'm a little worried about it being a bit too thin. Doesn't matter if it's not straight either. And I'm just going to grab my tab punch board and just punch the little tab bits. I have no idea if this is actually going to be too wide or not, but anyway, nah, that'll be fine. So it will come in a little bit anyway, so that sort of relieves that problem, so it'll look like that. So I can actually cut off some of that top bit in just a sec, because it's sticking up. There we go. So this is the fun bit. You can either use washi tape or you can use glue tape, whatever you want to use. It depends on if you want this to be reusable or not. Because I want it to be reusable, I'm just going to use washi tape to stick this down. And I'm going to do that to start off with, at least on the front, so that it's where I want it to be, and then I'll stick it on the back. So I'm just going to grab some of this washi. Any washi will do here. It's going to come off anyway. So I'm just sticking that down roughly. It actually looks kind of cool. I've got to stick it down on both sides anyway, but I might actually leave that. Actually, damn it, that looks cooler than I thought it would. Alright. I'm actually going to pull that off again. This washi tends to split. I'm actually going to stick that down. I'm going to cut that a little bit thinner, so it's got less there to sort of hang on to. Whoops, damn it. I'm going to line that up. And actually stick that down and have it using the tape to stick it together. It just looks great. The dark, like that navy blue stripe, just looks awesome there. So I'm going to keep it. Just stuck that down. You obviously need to make sure you get a bit on each side there so that it actually sticks, which it has, so that's okay. And then you just cut off the excess. I'm also going to cut off the excess cardboard that's just popping out at the top there. And then the sort of only annoying bit is that the tape sort of sits up at the top here. It's up to you how you want to get rid of that. I'm going to cut it off. So when I flip this over in a second, you'll see what this looks like. Damn it. Didn't put enough tape. Put it too much on the border, on the postcard, and not enough on the little tag bit. It should still work because it's going to do a bit more on the other side anyway, so that'll be fine. So when you flip it over and use the other side, that'll actually make that stick properly. But again, these are all sort of removable because this is actually a really nice bit of cardboard, so it's easier to remove things from it. It doesn't matter if you damage the white bit. So put that down there. There we go. And then just going to grab another bit of the note paper, and that's going to stick just there. I actually really like the way that repeats. I think that looks really cool. Just putting it up there. And like I said, you can either do this as, you can put it down with glue tape, or you can stick it down with washi tape if you want to sort of washi it down the side, which I'm going to do. But then I'm also going to just put a little bit of glue tape. The glue tape is usually removable. At least it's going to remove off this bit, even if it damages this bit. So it should be okay. Where to put my glue tape? So I'm just going to run some glue tape down this side. Just a little bit. It's not a lot of tape, but just enough to keep this in place. And then when I put this tape over the top, it's going to sort of hide that little bit of white that's still peeking out. If you want to with this side, because this side's a little different, you could flip the tape up and stick it down, but I'm not going to. There's also just a little bit of excess paper at the bottom, so I'm going to cut that off as well. I'm going to do that with my paper trimmer in just a sec. So there's just this tiny little bit at the bottom. I was going to do it with my paper trimmer, but I'm just going to do it with my scissors because this is a piece of cardboard, so it kind of works as a bit of a ruler type thing to lean up against. And there we have it. Yes, that's a lot of work to make sure that I can reuse it, but honestly, I really didn't want to write on the piece of cardboard, like on the postcard, because I want to be able to use it again. It's too pretty to just use it once. So I'm going to put all my footy details on the back. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. That's actually really bugging me. Before I do that, I'm actually going to re-stick this and stick it down better. Because the other side's now done, it's okay. So the only problem with using skinny washi to do this is sometimes you just miss. That's better. So I'm going to put my footy details on the back. I'm going to go ahead and write those up and I'll be back in just a sec. Alright, so all my footy details are now on the back and I have punched the holes. As you can see, I'm very, very close to punching on the card, but not quite, which therefore makes all that worth it. Ryan's of the opinion that that wasn't worth it, but I disagree. It saves the piece of cardboard. So we're going to put this absolutely spectacular paper clip. It's not actually going to paper clip anything. It's just going to sit on the top there because I adore it. It's so gorgeous. Love it. Okay. Is that way? Yes, it is. So now we're going to put some washi tape on the bottom. We're going to use that blue along the bottom of both sides, and then we're going to use this craft paper with the stars on the top. So we'll put the blue on first. This week's got a little bit of damage still from, or a little bit of bleed through from last week, but I actually don't mind that. Like, not that I like it, because I don't like it, but I don't know, there's something about it that doesn't grate on me the way that sometimes bleed through does. Just cutting off the excess. Okay. And same thing on the other side. I'm just going to put that off to the side for now so that it doesn't get in the way. On the top, I just want to see what this looks like before I commit to it, but I'm going to put the crafty paper kind of tape down first, and that goes on the bottom. So I'm just going to use a little bit of whiteout just to cover up the May. I'm going to put it back. I feel like I need May to be on here. I'm kind of losing track of what month I'm in. I just don't want it where it is. So grab the first bit of washi, which is going to sit at the bottom. And then grab the really super skinny washi that came with the lime mail. If I can find the end, it's here somewhere. We'll put that at the top, there we go. I just needed a bit more thickness. I felt like it got a bit lost there on its own, so combining it with another bit of washi that looks almost like the same colour as the stars. It just gives it that pop and kind of makes it feel like it's a bit more substantial than just that really skinny washi on its own. So, if you really wanted to, and I don't know if I want to, I'm trying to decide, you could put another bit of the sort of sand at the top. No. Which would look really cool. You could also put the stars over the top of the sand colour one. It really depends on what you like, but I'm okay with just that where it is. So doing the exact same thing on the other side, sand colour one on the bottom and then the stars over the top. So one more thing to put on that's decoration, and then we're going to start putting all these stickers in that are going to do this week up. So I want to use the gorgeous die cut that came with this, and I want it to sit right there. I want it to sit in between the holes. If I had a way that I could stick this in without gluing it, I would, but unfortunately there's really not any other way to get this in. So we're going to cover her in glue, gently cover her in glue because she's a little bit fragile. May pull something like a quote and put it in there. I haven't decided yet. So then when it comes to the actual stickers, I do want to use not all the boxes but a bunch of the boxes, and then we'll just use some of the other decorative ones as well. I have also got some other bits that I need to put in, so we'll start off with the other bits. So I'm going to the dentist again. So I need to put our dentist stickers in. Where are my dentist? There they are. I did buy stickers specifically for the dentist, so I probably should use them. Just trying to think what colour is going to suit me the best. Probably this one. Jet, can you please get out from underneath me? Oh, he's funny. While we're here and doing these kind of things, I am also just going to chuck in a sort of gym one. Just want to use these ones rather than my Lime Mortars just for a change. Just trying to find something that looks a bit like a gym that's not purple, preferably. Now Jet's found the cat. So I'm going to use this little foot one. It's grey, so that'll go in the top. I'm not going to write in the time yet because I don't actually know, but at least I've got the gym in. But I will put my scales. I thought I saw some scales here just a second ago. So I'll just grab my normal Lime Mortar ones and put my scales in. I'm going to use this grey one. I don't know why. Grey isn't really the colour of the week, but I feel like it suits this one. So we'll put that in. Actually, I'm just going to leave that off to the side because I want to put my boxes in first. So with the boxes, let's start with the sort of decorative ones and then put more functional ones at the bottom so that I can actually write in lists and things. So I'm going to put this one with the flower first. I'm going to avoid anything with a moon on it on this side just because I don't want to double up. I'm going to put this flower one on Wednesday actually. Because my days off are here, they're the ones that I want to put like listy ones on. So we'll put the list one in first because I know that needs to be on Wednesday. So that's my to-do. I'm actually going to stick to-do on the top of that as well. So using my to-do list, or to-do stickers, sorry. So put them, that just there. And then at the bottom, it's not going to be a to-do as such, but it's still a box. Put that there, and then next to it I'll put like a little list thing. Just want to make sure these line up on the edge. Go. And then I'll put these little hummingbirds down the side as my little list. And then also while we're here, I'm going to put the day off stickers on there as well. I'm not going to use my Lime Mortars this week. I'm going to use my Peaceful Mind ones so they match in with these ones. Let's grab the two. Just putting them basically wherever they look okay. And then up here, I'm going to use this one here with the stars and the planets. It's just a little bit smaller than the others so that it doesn't kind of take over underneath the moon, but that it continues that box thing down the side. And on the other side, we'll put those beautiful roses back in on the top here. I'm going to leave Taylor where she is, so those ones are from Lime Mortar as well. And I might as well finish her off with some more. Might as well use all the boxes up. I'm going to put, leaving that one. I love these moons. The moon's there. And then one that's a bit more of a, I can fill in if I want to at the bottom. Hopefully that covers up that awful pen mark that's also sitting there, which I don't quite know how that came about, but it's been bugging me for the last couple of weeks, so I'm glad I actually get to cover it up. And then in that middle bit, we'll put another one of these small ones. And then I'm going to put another little listy thing in my bits and pieces box, just so that if I do need to do anything at the back of the week, I've got space to write that as well. Oh, man, that's pretty. those colour combinations not something that I'd normally go with, like the pale and then the dark. I just need to move that. I don't know if I can. I've just got that one sitting up a bit too high, so I just want to move it down if I can. So I'm just grabbing my craft knife because I don't have fingernails at the moment. Just seeing if I can pull that up. So just put it down just a little bit more, just so it sits up, lines up with the box as opposed with the top, and that way it matches on this side. Now that I know I can do that, I'm also just going to pull this sticker up because it's not straight and it's going to annoy me. So I'm just being really gentle with this one as well. And we'll just reposition that. So now all that's in, we can finish decorating this. I'm not going to use the weekend sticker just because my weekend happens in the middle of the week and that confuses everything, so I'm not going to worry about that. I am going to put this gorgeous sort of moony one. I'm going to put this at the top. No, I'm not. Yes, I am. I'm going to put it at the top of the page on this side, just underneath the stars, kind of over the top of the washi. And I'm going to do the same thing. No, I'm not. I was going to do the same thing on the other side, but because that moon takes up too much room, I'm not going to. I am, though, going to put this gorgeous navy blue star just up here. And then it's just really decorating wherever I feel like it needs it. Put this gorgeous little rose in this corner. I really want to use this circly one. I'm really drawn to circles at the moment. I don't know why. Shit. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. I might put something else in there, but at the moment I think I'll leave it as that. And then just put the flipper back in, yeah. I think if I put too much in there, it's not going to quite suit. When you flip that over, it actually gives quite an impact on the back side as well. So I'm actually really in love with that. There's something about the blue and the pale that I really like. This is one of those things that I'm trying to show you guys that you can get a kit or something that's built for an Erin Condren in this case, and use it despite what planner you might have. A lot of people seem to think that you have to get stickers that fit in your planner. That's a load of crap. You don't. Get any sticker you like, give it a try, put it in your planner and see what you come up with, because you get beautiful results like this, and it means you're not limited in what stickers you can buy. Go out there and try something and see what you can get. These stickers from Lime Mortar are beautiful. I love my mystery lime kit. I'm definitely going to get the next one. If you haven't seen it already though, pop over to both my video of the unboxing of this one, which was a couple of weeks ago. I'll link it down below, and also pop over to Leanne's Instagram page, because she's got sneak peeks of what's coming up in next month's Lime Mail over there. So make sure you check it out. Make sure you give this one a thumbs up if you did enjoy it. Let me know if you like to get kits or if you're more of a build your own kind of girl or boy. Let me know down below which one you are and what you think you could do if you could play with kits a little bit more if you'd like to, or if you already play with them, why do you like using full kits rather than just making your own sort of one up? Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy it, and check out both my social medias and Leanne's. She makes some beautiful stickers. I think you guys would really love them, so go and check those out. Other than that, I hope you guys have an absolutely fantastic week. I promise next week I won't do anything with stars or galaxy. We'll move away from it for a little while. But I have really enjoyed playing with all these different star things that have been happening at the moment. I think they've come up really nicely. So hopefully you've enjoyed them too. I hope you guys have a great rest of the week, and I will see you again on Wednesday. See you later. Bye.